Well, thankfully, we've got someone who's going to bring the sunshine now, haven't we?
Yes. Singer and actor Jason Donovan.
You'd better.
His career has... No pressure, Jason. His career has spanned 35 years, stage, screen, and now he's going back on tour. Doing Fine 25 is the name of the tour. Some of his best-known hits, paying homage to his first 1990 tour, which had the same name.
Yeah, before we chat to him, let's take you back, shall we, just for a moment, to the late 80s.
Anytime.
And some of Jason's greatest hits.
Said you are my love, every day in a letter. See you in the king. Now we're back together. I wanna show you my heart is so, so true. Oh, every day, my love is stronger. And every day, everywhere, I love you more. A crash of drums, a flash of lights, my golden coast flew out of sight. Too many broken hearts in the world. There's too many dreams can be broken in two. Take it from me, I'm doing fine.
Wow.
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 Jason's here. Wow.
Yes. Long time ago, but good memories.
Yeah, you look at those pictures and does that even feel like the same lifetime?
It sort of does, but in a way, you know, wonderful moments and great memories. And, you know, I've always felt I was extremely lucky to be, you know, part of a moment in time. But a lot has happened also since. So, yeah, and I'm back on tour.
Oh, and that tour is called Doing Fine 25.
Yes.
And I thought, oh, that must be 25 years of performing.
Yeah.
But it's because it's in 2025.
That's correct.
You've been doing this for 35 years.
I have. Well, it was 35 years since I did my first live tour, which was a world tour. And we were thinking about going out again, and a lot has happened since. And, you know, it's a great title. It sort of engages the past and brings us to now. And, you know, it is a little distance off, but you've got to get ahead of the game. And I want to sort of create the optimism and the sort of the free spirit of that time, and, you know, get all what's happened in between. So it's exciting.
And what's it like touring now compared to when you went on that first tour?
I mean, it's different because I have a family and a different sort of life, I suppose.
Do you still enjoy it?
I do. I love live work. It's very, you know, compulsive and very addictive in a way. And to get that buzz from an audience and to be able to see your audience just there. You know, I do a lot of theatre work, obviously, but that's a very different thing, and you lock into 8 shows a week as opposed to sort of 3 shows on and then 1 night off. And with your own tours, you're really in control of your own narrative, which is, you know, why getting back to doing my own show is what I want to do, tell my own stories in a way. So.
And what can people expect when they come to the new tour? You say it's kind of like going to build a bridge between then and now.
Yeah, look, I always bring my own, Sally, I always bring my own personality to my shows, and I haven't really sketched this one out yet, but I would like to think there's a little bit more detail in the songs that I've done in the past. You know, the last tour I did was called My Even More Good Reasons, which was centred around one album. This will be my entire career. And it'll be uplifting and, you know, some great moments.
Some of the music from the shows, maybe?
Yeah, my theatre shows as well. You know, as I said, Joseph, I'm about to go and do Rocky Horror in Australia. I just did Grease in town. So it's, you know, it's a broad sort of church in that.
That's well timed, going back to Australia in our winter.
Well, I quite like the idea of...
That's clever.
Yeah, the build-up, you see, the build-up to Christmas here is fantastic, but when you get to just after Christmas, that's when it gets a little bit less exciting, so get on that plane.
Where do you think of as home these days? Is home the UK or is home Australia, or is it...
Home is very much the UK. I mean, my family are based here, and you know, my home is here. But there's obviously, you know, I am an Australian, and I spent a bit of time back there earlier this year, and it's such a great country. But there's also the access of being in Europe and living in the UK, and this country's been very good to me, you know, professionally, particularly with my theatre work. So, you know, it's good to have the two.
But would you think you'd ever go back to Australia in the future, maybe?
I can always go back.
No, but would you
Yeah.
ever go back to live? Would that ever become home permanently again, do you think?
I
in
don't
years to come?
think so. I don't think so. You know, I enjoy my space here, and, you know, I get in and out of town a little bit. We've got a place out of town, so I'm very lucky in that sort of sense. But I think my family, my core of my family are Australian, and it's good to be able to get back there and, you know, have some time with them as well.
And you, of course, went back for the end of Neighbours. Well, the end of Neighbours that wasn't the end of Neighbours?
Yes.
Is it the end?
Well, yeah, I mean, we sort of... It's a funny one, that one.
Go on.
We sort of felt that, I mean, 36 years of any show is an incredible achievement. And for me, it changed my life. To be able to give a nod to that, I think, was the right thing to do. I guess we felt that it might come back at some point, but it's the speed. But one sort of, you know, says that it's obviously the currency of that moment last year that gave it the Amazon the opportunity to recommission. And, you know, Neighbours employs many people, so it's good to see it back on the screens.
Have you been able to watch it? Have you caught up with it?
I haven't, actually. No, I haven't watched it this time around, so I'm not mad. I'm a bit of a terrestrial television sort of dude.
No.
Good on you, Jason. That's what we need.
I quite like to watch BBC Breakfast, and, you know, and I like to switch my channels, and, yeah, I'm not too
So
big.
you're not like a box set?
I'm not really even a Netflix sort of guy. Although I did watch the Robbie documentary the other
And what
day.
did you think of
I thought
that?
that was really good, really honest. Was that something about him in Port Vale? Was it?
Yes, it was.
So was he going? Is he?
It's the club he supported as a child.
Right,
And
so
he
he's buying it.
suggested, well, no, he suggested that at some point he will be involved
Right.
with that football
So it's
club.
like a Wrexham. Sort
Yeah.
of-
Exactly.
Yeah.
He
Thank you.
might be looking for a business partner.
Oh, jeez.
I'd
John,
watch that.
I love football, but I like sitting next to my wife, and she's a massive football fan.
Is
and I
she?
just
Who
let
does she
her-
support?
Newcastle. Yeah. So I've probably lost half of my doing fine tour there in any other state other
Are
well,
you
not
going
state
to
other
Newcastle
other
with the doing
I
fine?
am going
You
to
need to.
Newcastle,
You
so
need
I'll
to get
sell out
yourself
there
to the
for
northeast,
sure.
for sure.
But Sunderland, I'm not going to Sunderland.
No,
so
I bet you're not.
Thank God for that. No, in a good way. I love Sunderland.
Go on, keep going.
You know,
Go on, do
the
you want
rivalry
spade?
between the
Do you
two
want
is
spade?
what
Keep
I'm
digging.
talking
Digging.
about. That's what I'm talking about.
Lovely to have you here.
Lovely
Thank you
to
for
see
bringing
you
the
guys.
sunshine.
Yeah.
And we look
Thank you.
forward to the tour.
Yes.
It sounds great. Jason's Doing Fine 25 tour starts in February 2025.
It's just coming up to 8 o'clock. Time to get the news, the travel and the weather where you are.